I made this video earlier, but I wanted to remake it just because I'm just nailing concepts in my head, alright? So, this is how easy trading should be. It should be nothing complicated. The markets aren't out to get you, and this means spend some trading in the zone. The markets are always performing an algorithm. It's the IPTA, the intermediate price determining algorithm or whatever. Shit's mad simple. Alright, so let's remove the drawlins. Remove. Alright. So first order block right here we got marked out. We should always be looking for a trade in a 4-hour or 1-hour order block. If not a sweep of a high or whatever, this, then, third. But look, this whole time I've been trading, I haven't even been realizing, alright, we got a 4-hour order block right here. Alright, we go down to a 1-hour. Alright, now we see the London's already dipped into this 4-hour order block. Now we come into London. So by the time we're in New York Open, we are already in a 4-hour order block, bullish sentiment overall. So now we're just looking for a 5-minute market structure shift somewhere down low so we can take this right up. So boom, we go into a 5-minute. What is the first thing we get when the market happens? Alright, so first thing we do is kind of break down this, that, and the third. We have a 5-minute market structure shift right here. Now this could be taken as a loss. Technically, once you get the 5-minute market structure shift, you wait for a pullback into EQ, and then so if we would have got a 1-minute inverse like right here, we probably might have accidentally took a small loss, but that's alright. The real move, we would have made it right back, which is right afterwards, which was right here. Got a 5-minute market structure shift, swing high right here, got a up close and then down close. This made the high right here on the down close. We broke it right here, boom. Alright, now we just wait for equilibrium to come back into the 5-minute breaker structure. Go down to 1 minute, look for an inverse. And on the first 5-minute market structure shift, it didn't do a 1-minute market structure shift until, actually, yeah, it did. It barely did. But you gotta notice, there's always a low in EQ. So look, the one that actually took out the low, it came down here. I would have looked at this as sus because I would have expected that to come down here and sweep that. So I could take it just because and take a small loss. I've 210, alright, 210 out the window. And then we re-enter right here. Stop loss down here. Now are we gonna lose 348 after losing that 210? Nah. I'm only doing 2 contracts. This is all gonna be 2 contract demonstrations. Alright. Divide that, add a level. Well, since 2 contracts, I'll automatically add 1. Then we target the top of this range, which is to take out London. So we can see that London range, and then boom. Whatever that ratio is, you can figure that out if you really care. Remember that since we got this split into partials, there's really 2 stop losses there, since it's in partials. But once we get the first one off, we're at break even. Alright, boom. So once we hit this one, then we're riding all the way up into that next one. Boom. No stress, no worries. And we could have taken it off up here, because this range right here is because that is a high that is in equilibrium of the range. So we could have took it right here to be real, but I'm just taking it there at London because I'm not greedy. That's a good ratio. Or we could leave it running, doesn't matter. Let's go to the previous day. Alright. Because this really isn't hard, bro. You should really be making money even when you mess up. You don't have to be perfect every single time, but you have to make sure that you don't overtrade, and you got to make sure that you capitalize and see what's in front of you, bro. So we go into this previous day. Alright. Pull into this. We got a 4-hour order block right here. Boom. Switch over to the 1-hour. Boom. What time was it when we dipped into this order block? It looks like the same thing that happened here. London dips its toes in, and then New York looks like it's ready to distribute. So then, boom, we switch over to a 5-minute. This is really easy. This is when they say trading is really easy. If it's not really easy to you, then you know that you have to learn more. I've been trying to do this shit without really knowing what the fuck I'm doing, yo. And like I'm like, damn, if this shit ever became easy, I must have became really comfortable being stressed the fuck out. But no, now it's becoming easy because now I see what it's trying to tell me, yo. So 5-minute equilibrium, boom. Now this range is hella displaced. Usually we want to see like, you know, like boom, boom, whatever. But this shit shot way up out of there. But what did it do? It came back to equilibrium, and then what did it do? It reversed. So boom, regardless, if we think that that's too much of a displaced range, the thing is, once we enter on the 1-minute market structure shift, our stop loss is going to be under this low, regardless. Or it's going to be under this low, depending on which one we took. What are we going, 1 minute now? We're going to the 1 minute until we're on a 2-man. I just kidding. I probably still go on a 1 minute. Alright, so we wait for a 1 minute market structure shift. So the first one we would have took, technically, sweeping this low right here. Technically the first one we would have took could have been right here. Boom. By getting stopped out, we would have took a loss of 108, and then we would have came back in, and then we would have bought when we saw the other one right here, which is the real 1 minute market structure shift. And then we would have dealt with no withdrawal, I don't think, because 226, we just need a 1-to-1 to get break even. Once we get that 1-to-1, we are out of the stress zone. So basically, depending on where you enter in price, this one would have actually put you through a ringer, not gonna lie. Yeah, because once we get the second 1 minute market structure shift, which technically, schmacknically, we would have entered right about there at our best. So, alright, so with the stop loss right where it's supposed to be, and then we would have entered right at the close of this price. We would have smacked that 1-to-1. See that? Gotta be precise with it though. We would have smacked that 1-to-1 before we had to deal with this scare to come back to our stop loss before. And you know, if I didn't hit that 1-to-1, I would probably be wanting to close my position like right here, like, oh my god, I'm better freaking hit my stop loss. But no, since I took a partial, it's like win or lose, it doesn't matter. Break even doesn't matter. All right, so then we go to target. Well, first of all, we could target the target of the range right here, and then but you see that Asian range right here, right? Boom, we target Asia range. Simple ass, easy ass bankroll. Boom. Even if you took 2 losses, you still made it back in the small confusion. Don't get lost in that little ass confusion. Over time, you're only gonna get better at realizing, all right, that wasn't the real sweep. That wasn't the A+ move. All right, let's take it back. Let's keep on going. I'm figuring out how I trade in the markets that is for me. All right. I'm not trying to be like everyone else. Then we can come back over to this 4-hour order block. All right. I would say this 4-hour order block, but this was the Asia move. You'll see when we go down. So when we go down into see, that was Asia that tapped into that order block and then set up that next move. But this one down here, oh no, that was Asia. Alright, so this is when the 1-hour one, because there's no 4-hour order block, present right here. So this is a mix of everything I've learned from TJR and the path to profitability. I mean, everything I've learned from ICT and the path to profitability. TJR is my number one, I gotta say. But ICT definitely is like the reason why I am able to become the trader I am, because TJR shows me his style, and I uh, resonate with TJR style. But the market selection is gold, and ICT doesn't like gold, but for some reason, gold just expresses in a way that's easily interpreted by me. So we come over here, we see the 1 hour order block. Boom. Now we got to move down to the 1 hour because we couldn't find one on the 4 hour. Alright, boom. What is this? March 26th. Alright, then we go down to a 5 minute. Alright, I'm knotted up. I've just been learning how to trade and haven't been going to yoga. And need a higher chair than this technically because my elbow is below the table's level. When you're playing the piano, you want your elbows right at the key level. If not, a little bit over is better. Sorry, I'm lost in the charts. Alright, so we see that we've dipped into a 1 hour order block. Story of your life, right? Alright, boom. Easy money. This is some of the easiest money, man. This should be extremely easy. This should never be hard. This should not be like, oh, is this a move? I can't tell. Like, no, it should be very clear, yo. Very simple, yo. If you don't know, if it's not easy, if you feel like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I know that I'm fucking a stoner, I'm gonna get fucking high and beat my fucking dick because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Bro, but when you actually are the man, yo, you're just like, you know what the fuck is going on, yo. So you actually gotta lock in until you learn this shit, for real. And carry on, because, yo, I'm having breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. But I'm so confident I am the trader I need to be now. And this week I am going to spend my last, which is not anything so severe for me. I'm always spending my last on some shit, yo. And I'm always fucked up on some shit, yo. So it's not shit to me. Or I'm always low funded, you know what I'm saying? I never have too much. I really just have enough to pay my Wi-Fi bill, to keep it 100 with you. Pay my Wi-Fi bill and yeah, I didn't pay my Con Edison bill for so long that they gave me money to pay my Con Edison bill. They gave me like $500 to pay it off, and I still didn't pay my Con Edison bill. And now I owe $5 on this month's bill somehow. So boom, take it off at the Asia range. Computer's glitching. It's been running OBS. So boom, same thing. What is it? Bro, we pulled into a fucking order block. Could you see the fucking order block? Alright, think about this. We're in order block, and we're probably in equilibrium or OTE of the range. The fact that the market isn't always going to present itself so clean, but the fact that you didn't understand how simple this was, bro, is ridiculous, bro. And you knew what an order block was. You watched the 4th month of the 2016 mentorship. You watched all the ICT videos. He told you higher time frame order blocks, higher time frame, but you didn't listen, bro. And you kept on going and trying to perform the 2022 model on some crazy shit, yo. He teaches the 2022 model. This is really not the way, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you know everything still, though, the entry is not the important part. It really doesn't matter if you're doing the 2022 model entry or you're doing the path to profitability entry. Yo, It's are you at the right spot? That's the only question. So yo, we come back to this previous day. This is the day that provided. It looks like we were in a bullish order block going into the day. See, we pulled into this order block, but we were also coming off of this order block, and then we swept these highs, these London highs. So look, there's going to be 2 or 3 moves presented. None of them are wrong, and depending on how you trade it, none of them are going to make you more than the other. Bro, I need you to know that this is something that is very easy to do, yo. And that if you, as long as you stick to your rules and execute everything properly, and don't take any iffy shit, bro, you will be fine, bro. You'll be stacked up, bro. You have the rackies on you, bro. So boom, first displacement. This offered a 1-to-1, but that's it. So you could take, once you get up here and pull back into equilibrium, 1 minute inverse, boom, 1-to-1. But then it turns around because this is also another 5-minute displacement breaker structure. So you take the 1-to-1 on the first one if you want. That's just, or you think it's going to come down to London and you think that's going to be your trade for the day. But wrong, but you at least got break even, because that's really what you're probably thinking. Then you take this one as a long because this is the order block. Boom. Pull back in equilibrium. 1 minute inverse. It's in there. Trust me. Boom. You take it up to the top of the range. And then it comes out here. It takes out London, which London usually represents a 4-hour high, 4-hour low. So then, boom, takes out a 4-hour high. And then, boom, there's this awkward market structure shift where it shifts right here, but it retraces past equilibrium from this high to this low. But it's the equilibrium from this high to this low. So we can put this here, show you, bro. This shit is very simple, bro. The only reason, man, you have not reached any success is because you still did not learn what you needed to learn, bro. That's that simple, bro. You can trade any market, and anybody can trade this stuff, bro. I don't like how TJR. The one thing I don't like how TJR does is he'd be like, "Oh man, like, I mean, this shit's not for everyone." I'm like, bro. Anybody could do this shit, yo. I don't like when people try to act like some man can do something that one man can't when all men can do exactly what any other man can do. I don't like that lack of confidence he provides some of his viewers, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, yo. People on the internet always call me dumb as hell. People on the internet always say, "Oh, this kid's a clown," or "This is the representation of America." This is what's wrong with America, all in one video. I'm like, okay. But I'm over here learning institutional order flow. I could be retarded, yo. And yo, the people who are good at doing this stuff, yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up, yo, is the street people, yo. The reason I'm ready to do this is because, yo, I would risk my fucking life in a 15-year sentence for a stack, yo. So you think I'm scared to get in here and fucking trade these markets? No, I'm not, bro. That's why I'm different, yo. That's why I'm gonna be probably better than all the traders. Once again, another trade. Boom, up to the top of the London range. And then we could take another one down from the top. Bro, that's why I am different, bro. Because, bro, I really am him, yo. Like, I'm really, like, street. I'm really, like, hardworking, disciplined. I'm also elegant and sophisticated at the same time. So I'm, like, my own blend of shit, yo. Boom, and then we take to the bottom of this range. It's that simple, man. It's paper everywhere in these markets, bro. Yo, and I've been paper trading because I was like, let me give myself the time to really gestate. That's one thing that's my new theme is the masculine and feminine. The masculine in me has been, all right, let me learn all day, watch videos all year. I'm going to watch this, I'm going to master these concepts. Bro, I learned about some of these concepts a year ago, bro. And I've been relearning some of these concepts for a year now, yo. And it is finally starting to gestate. It is finally starting to come to me. All right, the weekly order blocks. What gave me this last final breakthrough in short-term trading gold is that I've been backtesting Euro USD. I've been backtesting the weekly order blocks, the daily order blocks, the 4-hour order blocks, the 1-hour order blocks. Because that's how you get them swing entries at the right time. That's a whole nother story. There's a whole nother market. I'll get there later. And then I came back into gold like, all right, I'm probably not going to trade gold. I'm going to just be a Forex trader because the setups are more high probability, more cleaner, more this, that, and the third. And I'm just in more risk to reward. And so that's what I was going to do. But then after learning the higher time frame flow, I re-brought that back in here and I said, wait a minute. 4-hour and 1-hour order blocks. We happen to be inside of one of those by 7 o'clock Eastern Central Time every day because New York starts trading at 7 o'clock. I don't know what the open bell is, that 9:30 bell for the market open. Bro, institutional traders start trading at 7 o'clock, yo. London starts trading at 2 in the morning, yo. Anyways, man, let's carry on. This is simple, bro. And if you can't do this and you can't understand and interpret this, you need to watch ICT and learn everything he's saying. The thing about ICT is he is boring, yo. He is not the funnest person. You will grow to love him. And if you're like me, you're going to have fun watching his videos regardless because you know that you're about to get the pay and you're going to make the shit fun, yo. So you look, we got this Asia order block. We pulled into it, right? New York open, boom. So what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, we might have seen bullish coming up to this point, but look, we got this 1 minute close, break of structure, boom. Then this 1 minute close back over, so you might be thinking there's a long setup in here. But yo, we're in this order block. The market just opened. You know we're coming to draw sweep lows, sweep highs. Probably in an order block, probably bearish then, huh? So we come over to the 5 minute. Alright, now this is one of those days where, alright, if you were getting into this position for a swing, this would have been a fine entry still. But for a scalp or a day trade, because look, the only problem I have with this one is I technically would not have been allowed to take this trade because what we didn't get was a 5 minute break of structure. All we got was this closing under the bodies, yo. It never closed under this wick, which means that we never got a 5 minute break of structure. But let's say that I was fully just, nah, we would have missed that. And then I probably would have been lost trying to find the trade. Like, where was the trade at? Where was the trade? But look, we came from here down to here. We definitely delivered price from here to here. So, yo, some days you got to adapt. So we could come down into a 4 minute. Some days you just don't get the pay, man, and it's alright. If you miss the move, you gotta know when to stop, though. I know that I'm only focused on the New York session because it provides enough moves, yo. And then a PM session if I just happen to see a clean one. But yo, I'm not I'm not gonna try to master Asia, London, fucking everything, yo. I'm gonna master New York, and I'm gonna backtest Asia. I'm gonna backtest London, so I have a better understanding of it, yo. But yeah, this is the second time I made this video today. Which date were we even at? This is just me, just making sure I know what I'm doing, yo. And then if I find some like skateboarder junglist and if some skateboarder junglist finds me on YouTube, they're gonna be like, oh wow, I'm learning from this guy. He's like really like vibing and like teaching me, bro, because like he's like the bro. Yo, so on the 4 minute though, we did get a break of structure though. So, and it's so clean. It's fair value gap. It's like if you don't take this, like that's on you, brother. And like that's what it is sometimes, bro. But just know when you're missing the move, or just sit on your hands. But don't fall into FOMO because there is so much money to be made every day, yo. I should be making like, I should be making 10K a month. All right, I really should. Right now I'm making, all right, but I should be making 10K. Only reason I'm not is because I don't know. Something I should definitely be. I saw that Timmy gave up on trading, TJR's cousin. Man, I thought that dude. Man, I think I'm gonna end up teaching him how to trade better because I don't think TJR was the best teacher for him. I think I need to teach Timmy how to trade gold, and it'll be way easier. I don't like how he just gave up, but then the whole thing wasn't even real. Apparently, it was just some like content promotion for TJR streaming, which I was like, yeah. But I did learn a lot from him teaching Timmy how to trade. But apparently, Timmy is still trading though. I just hope he doesn't give up. But NQ is not for everybody, yo. Yo, you gotta admit it, yo. NQ is not for everyone, so yo. This first 1 minute market structure shift, boom, would have got our ass, bro. We would have came back up, got stopped out, boom. And but that wasn't a real 5 minute break of structure. So then if we took the second one, then it's like, fuck, man. But let's just say since we didn't get a real 5 minute break of structure, let's just take this like the 2022 model, which means I'm entering at a fair value gap in equilibrium, which is right here. This is equilibrium. Stop loss here. Now I'm taking this the classic way I used to trade, which is on a 1 minute market structure shift or break of structure, and then a pull back into equilibrium. Now this was too high frequency trading for me, but I have it in my arsenal, so that way when I realize things like this, I can just go ahead and pull it out because we didn't have the 5 minute break structure, but we had the 1 minute. So I can still keep my risks relatively short, small, take profits, boom, and then yeah, let this rip to the bottom of the range because that'd be a damn shame not to catch this move. Look at that shit. And really, if you want to be polite, you could take it just to a low in equilibrium. Take it right here. Boom. That's how you do it. This shit is that easy, bro. It's not hard, bro. You right now you're like waking up at 6:30. You're trying to get a jog in. You're trying to get a workout and a light walk or some shit in. All be in 30 minutes, bro. You're crazy. Start waking your ass up at 6 o'clock, buddy. All right, when you wake up, you instantly get your pump on. Whether you got to do Hindu push-ups is my favorite. Hindu push-ups, Hindu squats. That's my thing right now. And the Hamidans. And then like 50 push-ups, 50 squats. And then I got a 25-pound over here. Curl the shit out of it. Do some squats. I just do that just to get a quick high. I don't really do that because it's my workout though. I just do that just to get like, fuck. Yeah, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga wick flick bigger digger. My dick a little bigger. Trying to watch my mouth. I don't want to be on the wrong side of the content. Might even just bleep everything out that was cursed with the AI or some shit. At the same time, man, this is just a video for me. I'm not really trying to be a or anything else. Or anyways, trade that we just were looking at was where that one coming? Oh yeah, we were probably looking at this one right here. Go on to the previous day. Same energy, bro. This is not a master class, yo. Boom. Order block. We probably have a 5-minute break of structure. Boom. Then what do? Come back into an order block for the real move of the day, or the real entry. And then boom. Look at all that. Look at that huge ass range. Man, you can see this is about to be a huge move. Shit. Because this is like the first place that it really reversed after taking out that monthly low over here. In being in a weekly OTE as well. It's taking this low out right here. We got this weekly OTE right here. Monthly low, swept, weekly order block over there. But yeah, bro, the markets are really easy. This shouldn't, I really don't gotta do this do I gotta do this to show you another example? Alright, so we pulled into this order block and we, look, order block. 7 o'clock is what that green represents. Boom, order block. Alright, we go into the 5-minute. Which day was this? 24th. It's really easy, bro. You just gotta make sure you're in the right headspace, brother. Right place, right time. That means you have to give it your all, brother. You have to give it your all. Time to get time base. I always start right before I get to my entry. I always start to right when I see that 5-minute break structure. I always start to alright. Where we at with it? Sweet right here. Having no fear. No, my Lord's here for my thrive, not just for my survival. Breaking free from chains that held me in the pain. Alright, now this wick was so long that you might have been better off using this body for EQ of range, but we're going high to low. Would have got a 1-minute inverse, boom, might have got stopped out, boom, might have took the next one, boom, might have made it sunset jagging. And then we get the next 5-minute breaker structure, which we didn't get a pullback to equilibrium until lunch, and then within that lunch move it also provided another 5-minute breaker structure, as you can see right here, boom, and then pull back into equilibrium, 1-minute inverse. So even if we would have took a loss and got a re-entry, we would have made it back, we would have got another trade, and it would have been a good day. So you just got to make sure that you are never discouraged. You take a loss, alright, boom, how am I about to make that back? Alright, boom, keep on pushing it forward, keep on pushing it forward. Bro, you think that you're going to not take a loss and some shit? It's when you get discouraged and go beat your fucking dick off in the bathroom and then go smoke some fucking weed. You know what? Fuck it. I have fucking bitches in my fucking head and I got fucking weed to get high off of. And then now you're over there beating your fucking dick off in the fucking bathroom, fucking smoking weed, grown ass man, and the setup is happening. So let's say we get this 1 minute pullback, boom. Let's say we would have took a short right here, boom, because that's a close. And then boom. So first we would have got a small loss of sheesh. And then we want to take this second 1 minute market structure shift because there was no internal sweep right here. But then on this next one, we would have got in at a better price with a tighter stop loss. Let's actually say we would have got in at a worse entry because the most high definition one is this break under this low. So yeah, about risking about the same. Would have made that sheesh back though. Hopefully I'm not yelling to the mic. I just got my Apple headphones posted up. Alright, break even. I'm trying to get it right on break even. I'm really just trying to get through this video again. Just trying to keep it simple, bro. The markets are expressing themselves, man. Do you understand? Alright, then you need to learn Spanish. Figure something out, buddy. Now you could take it to there, or you could try to take it to the bottom of London. But honestly, this range right here is so quality that it's like, just take that. Because, or you could take it off in the order block right here. The next order block, that's the best move you got, yo. It's either that or nothing, man. Take it off at the order block. Don't go for these London lows when you know that there's a higher time frame order block right here. And you're already being greedy for not taking off right here. Alright, another move. Boom. We can check this lunch one. It's simple, man. It should be simple money. It shouldn't be you confused. It shouldn't be you blowing accounts. It shouldn't be you losing $1,000 in one day. It should never be that, bro. Buying off of this closed because look, this 1 minute there's no fair value gap to inverse. When we didn't close over this high, then we consolidate it, and then we got a clean close over that high. So boom, stop loss right here. TP. And really the higher time frame is bullish, so yeah, you also, if you just took this short right here, it's like good for you, but like the real move was like later though. But it's cool because you got some money. I used to be in here getting scalped somehow, making profits, and then I was literally trading well, technically there's no wrong or right, but I was trading just the wrong side of the market, man. And you can think you're him and be a complete buffoon and be consistent. But bro, just because you got consistent at a really horrible edge and you're making money does not mean that's what you want. Because low key, I thought I wanted that 1 minute quick scalp, this, that, and third. But now I want that. Let me give me an easy move. I'm making faster money regardless than I could make doing anything else besides being like a $1 million sales in like 1 hour type of guy. But anyways, pull back into equilibrium, 1 minute inverse, boom, took it up to the top of the range. And then let's say you didn't want to take this pullback in equilibrium. Well, we have this 5 minute breaker structure, then we have this EQ. So then we could also take this 1 minute inverse right here. See that 1 minute inverse? Take that 1 minute inverse in equilibrium. Stop loss. Stop loss right there. Stop right there. Stop that right there. Boom, now we've reduced the risk on this trade a lot more. Our break even is going to be less profit, which means we're making less money, but the break even is just about taking the risk off the table. The overall profit right here on this range is fire though. Boom, boom. Simple, man. 5 minute market structure shift, pull back into equilibrium, the 1 minute inverse. That 5 minute market structure shift has to be at a higher time frame order block or a sweep of high or time frame highs or lows, or in a higher time frame imbalance. Yo, but pay attention. And I took a sip out of this coffee. I don't want to mix it. I'm just mixing the water. There is a drum and bass thing later I want to go to, or I want to just go grab a drink. Because my friend Kenny does sound at this place called Pete's Candy Store, and the bartenders are nice people, so hook it up with some drinks. My boy usually roll one up. It's only on Sundays. It's crazy because I live in New York City or whatever. Me personally, I'm not a party person anymore. I used to party. Now when I see parties, I'm like, man, this is really a bunch of like broke people in here, like, and they're like, fuck the government, and like, Elon Musk doesn't pay taxes. I'm like, word, I'm a getting money type of dude. Like, I know that I don't have to deal with any of this BS, yo. Like, alright, and then let's pull into the previous day. Let's keep on going, buddy. This is very simple. The markets are your friend, yo. Alright? Oh, yeah, this is a reflection of human psychology, right? So the markets are literally a live, breathing thing, yo. This isn't number crunching, yo. Have I crunched any numbers at all this whole video? I probably did a math problem at least wrong once in my head since we've done this, yo. So yeah, we could probably get a short off of this order block, but it looks like we should probably be noticing. Oh, we also pull into this order block as well. And yep. So now let's just go into a 5 minute. Let's make sense out of it. Let's make too much sense out of this. And yo, people who go to the gym and they're like, "Oh, I didn't have time to go to the gym" or something like that. I'm like, shut up. If you want to feel right, yo, like right now, this is live. Yo, I don't got time to go to a fucking gym, yo. You're gonna spend you can pay for a gym membership. Get you one of these motherfuckers. Hit you about 5 of them. If you're a female, just get you a 15-pound. If you're a man, get you a 25-pound. And if you're a man, to be real, get you a 20. On some time scientific, get you 120. Just one 20-pound dumbbell. Because you can do more reps. But I got two 25 pounds. I put the other one downstairs to my neighbor. But And then I got a 35-pound kettlebell over here too. And then I got another one also, but I put that downstairs with my neighbor. Little shit like that, bro, and I'm ready to kick your ass, yo. What you think this was, yo? What you thought this was? What you thought this was? What you thought this was? I'm ready to. No, I'm just kidding. But let's keep it pushing, yo. So I'm high as hell off of that 25-pound curls right there, yo. Got the kettlebell out. That just got my spine right a little bit. That's what that one is for. It's for working your spine. Alright, so look. Pull back into equilibrium. And notice which one actually pulled into equilibrium. Notice this one came closer now, Joe, but it didn't hit equilibrium. So then once we get that, we also are pulling into this order block. Now we might think that this is a 5-minute microstructure shift this way. It's really how you interpret it though. No matter what, this gives you another 5-minute pullback in the equilibrium of this range too. So it's really how you interpret it, yo. My uncle be like, I'd be getting on the phone with him, man, and he'd be like questioning me about giving up on this. I'm like, yo, it's just so lame, man. How much people just do not have belief in themselves, yo, and they just push it onto you. I could do anything. I guarantee you, I'm gonna do exactly what I want in my life. You're gonna see me. I'm probably gonna make millions of dollars doing MMA and other types of shit, and I'm not even the top shit. You know what's the new thing is celebrities though. Celebrity streamers, and if we could pull a fight off of celebrity MMA fights, bro, motherfuckers are making millions of dollars already doing that shit. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna try to be great, yo. But I want to be like on the level where it's like, damn, like man, that motherfucker could fight for real though, like, but like, I got a lot of work to do, yo. But I'm gonna be training at once I get funded, I'm gonna be training at Cruz MMA and Renzo Gracie. But right now I'm going to Renzo, or right now I'm going to Cruz. But I just also lost my job, so I paused that membership. I got a job, and man, I hope I get this job back. But I don't really care because I'm about to have this trading breakthrough, and I think God might have just given me the job just long enough so I can get my housing voucher turned back on and then turn it off. Like, got it. Because now it's time for me to have this breakthrough because, yo, it puts me in so much pressure and stress that I'm ready to just grind, yo, and have breakthroughs. Like, yo, my uncle wanted me to go to this jazz festival. He sent me a video, and it was like some like drum and bass like jungle playing. And it was like pretty good, and it was pretty lit. I can't lie, and so look once again, $934 off of one contract, yo. Yo, 2 contracts is really all you need, buddy. You just need to make sure you got that shit right, bro. And when you start stepping into 4 contracts, bro, you're just fucking king, yo. When you start stepping into anything 4 plus, bro, shoot, people better watch their mouth around you. And let's say we took the second entry because it was a little bit cleaner of a 5-minute microstructure shift. Let's say we got the worst entry too. People better wash their mouths before they get a slug in their noggin. Talking all that crazy. Just kidding. Alright, and then that's all the data that is being revealed. Now we can switch to the 2-minute, and it'll give us more data. Ain't nobody getting a slug in their noggin. It's all peace and love. And if anybody has any problems with me, we're gonna hop in the ring. It's like my bro who owes me money. He doesn't know this, but like, he really pissed me off. And like, I'm like really cool, like, how I'm acting about it. But he really just like, he doesn't care about me, man. And I gotta move on from him, and I gotta care. Like, it's just lame, bro. Buddy done ran off on me twice, yo. On some little shit, nothing serious. First time, second time a little bit more, but nothing serious for real. Just like some really light little shit, like a couple dollars. But it really fucking hurt my fucking feelings, yo. I'm like, man, I trusted you. I went out of my way to make sure that you had at least the option to get on, and you do me wrong. But he was jealous of me, and this is a whole nother thing. He said it's because I was about to let somebody fuck his girlfriend. Alright, bro, what the fuck I gotta do with someone fucking your bitch, yo? That don't make any sense at all. And then not do anything to the guy who was trying to fuck your bitch. Besides, maybe actually your bitch probably got fucked by him. Crazy part. Anyways, that's probably not why. He probably just wanted to disrespect me and just say I don't have any respect for this guy, so I'm gonna break my word on him, and I'm gonna do something that's more entitled to me. When the whole time, and this motherfucker even begged to come into my life, yo. This motherfucker was like, I'll never fucking finesse you again, bro. Like, everything like this, that, and the third. And I'm sitting over here like, I'm him. Like, in my past life, bro, I'm him, yo. I don't got no problems. I stay getting money, stay having sushi, $10,000 in fucking crypto, $500 I would put in every single month in crypto. I was making so much money. I'd get $500 every weekend. Put it into Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ava, all types of shit, yo. I grew my shit up. I remember when I hit 10K in crypto, it was me and my toxic wife. Pretty sure I think I bought some Crown whiskey. Started drinking. I was like, 10K. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like your first meal almost. You know what I'm saying? I went broke, back to zero. But now I live the life of a holy man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, so markets, they're here to express. I said a little bit too much. But yeah, all love for everybody, and yeah, just keep it positive, just keep it pushing forward, and you got it. Amen.